Welcome back to Tech Vibe, the channel where we dive deep into the latest gadgets that push boundaries and redefine what's possible. Today we're taking a closer look at one of the most anticipated compact cameras of 2025, the Sony RX1R3, a camera that has sparked excitement across the photography community for bringing full-frame performance into a body that fits almost into your jacket pocket. Stick with me because this camera may just change how you think about professional photography gear. Imagine carrying a camera that gives you image quality on par with Sony's flagship Alpha series, but in a form factor that you can slip into a small bag without even noticing the weight. That's the promise of the RX1R3, and it delivers in ways that feel futuristic while keeping Sony's tradition of compact excellence alive. But is it worth the hype and, more importantly, is it worth your money? Let's find out together. The Sony RX1R3 carries forward the DNA of its predecessors but takes a big leap forward in specifications. At its core, it's packing a brand new 61-megapixel full-frame exmor CMOS sensor, the same generation that powers some of Sony's top-tier Alpha cameras. This means you're getting massive resolution, incredible dynamic range, and outstanding low-light performance in a body that's barely larger than a premium compact. The sensor is backed by the latest Bion's XR image processor, which ensures lightning-fast image readout, real-time subject tracking, and much improved color science. For videographers, it brings 8K video recording at up to 30 frames per second and oversampled 4K footage at 60 frames per second, along with 10-bit 4:2:2 internal recording. This is a first for the RX1R series and turns it from a stills specialist into a hybrid powerhouse. The design of the RX1R3 hasn't strayed too far from its minimalist roots. It's still small, still sleek, and still unmistakably Sony. The magnesium alloy body feels rock solid, yet the camera weighs just under 500 grams, making it one of the lightest full-frame cameras ever made. It has a slightly deeper grip than before, which is a welcome addition because one of the biggest complaints about the earlier RX1R models was how cramped they felt during long shoots. The buttons have also been rethought with more tactile feedback, customizable function buttons, and a joystick for faster focus point selection. Another improvement is the weather sealing. Finally, Sony has given this camera proper dust and moisture resistance, meaning you can confidently take it outdoors without worrying too much about the elements. One of the biggest highlights is the display system. The RX1R3 comes with a new fully articulating 3.2-inch OLED touchscreen with a resolution of over 2.1 million dots. It's bright, color-accurate, and much easier to view in harsh sunlight. Sony also added a pop-up electronic viewfinder, but this time it's a higher resolution 5.76 million EVF that rivals the ones found in full-size mirrorless cameras. This combination makes composing shots a joy whether you're at eye level or using the flexible screen for creative angles. The ability to tilt, flip, and rotate the display makes it ideal for vloggers, content creators, and photographers who like experimenting with perspectives. When it comes to performance, the RX1R3 is in a class of its own for its size. Autofocus is blisteringly fast with 759 phase detection points covering almost the entire frame. Real-time IAF for humans and animals is sharper and more reliable than ever, even in low-light situations where most compact cameras struggle. Continuous shooting goes up to 15 frames per second with full AF and AE tracking, which is simply mind-blowing for a compact full-frame camera. That makes it not just a street photographer's dream but also a viable tool for capturing action and candid moments with precision. On the software and features side, Sony has brought over some of the advanced tools from their Alpha line. You get real-time tracking, AI-driven subject recognition, and advanced in-camera RAW processing. There's also support for S-Cinetone for filmmakers, along with full log profiles for maximum flexibility in post-production. The menus have finally been streamlined too, with a much cleaner layout and touch navigation that doesn't feel like a chore to use. For creators who like shooting on the go, there's seamless wireless connectivity via Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.3, making transfers to smartphones or laptops incredibly fast. Battery life is always a big question mark with compact cameras, and here Sony has made some welcome improvements. The RX1R3 now uses the Z-series battery, the same one used in larger alpha cameras. This means you can shoot over 600 stills or around 2 hours of continuous 4K video recording on a single charge. And with USB-C PD charging, you can top up the battery quickly with any modern power bank. For travel photographers or content creators, this makes the RX1R3 much more practical than previous models where battery life was a serious limitation. Now let's talk about creative performance, because this is where the RX1R3 shines. For photographers, the combination of a 61-megapixel sensor and the legendary fixed 35mm f/2 Zeiss Sonnar T** lens creates magic. The lens is sharp from corner to corner, produces beautiful bokeh, and has minimal distortion. Whether you're shooting portraits, landscapes, or street photography, the results are consistently stunning. The large sensor also gives you incredible flexibility in cropping, so even if you need a tighter shot, you don't lose detail. For videographers, the fixed 35mm focal length might feel limiting, but the sheer quality of oversampled 4K and even 8K footage more than makes up for it. Add in the new 7-stop in-body image stabilization, and you have handheld video that looks buttery smooth. The audio setup is also improved. While it has built-in stereo microphones that perform surprisingly well, Sony has included a digital audio interface via the multi-interface shoe. This means you can pair it with high-quality Sony microphones without any cables, making it a strong option for vlogging or run-and-gun filmmaking. Connectivity-wise, the RX1R3 ticks all the boxes. Alongside Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.3, it comes with a full-size HDMI port, a USB-C port with fast data transfer and charging support, and a 3.5mm headphone and microphone jack. For storage, it supports dual card slots, one CF Express Type A and one SD UHS-2, giving you flexibility and speed for both stills and video work. But now let's address the big question: price and value. The Sony RX1R3 launches at around $3,999, positioning it as a premium compact that costs almost as much as some professional full-frame interchangeable lens cameras. For many, that will be a tough pill to swallow. However, when you consider what it offers, medium format level resolution, cutting-edge autofocus, full-frame low-light performance, 8K video, and all of this in a camera that you can fit in your hand, the value starts to make sense for serious photographers and filmmakers who want power without the bulk. It's not for everyone, but for those who need it, there's nothing else quite like it. Now let's weigh the pros and cons to keep things balanced. On the pro side, you're getting a groundbreaking 61-megapixel full-frame sensor, a legendary fixed Zeiss 35mm f/2 lens, outstanding image quality, fast autofocus, and 8K video recording in an unbelievably compact body. The improved grip, weather sealing, and better battery life make it practical for real-world use, while the articulating screen and high-resolution EVF make shooting more versatile and enjoyable. On the con side, the fixed focal length will always be a limitation for those who need flexibility. The price is undeniably high, and although battery life is better, it's still not on the level of larger mirrorless systems. Heat management during extended 8K recording also raises concerns, though for most users that won't be a deal breaker. So, what's the final verdict? The Sony RX1R3 is not a camera for the masses, but it doesn't try to be. It's a statement piece, a demonstration of what's possible when cutting-edge technology meets minimalist design. It's for the photographer who values discretion but refuses to compromise on image quality. It's for the traveler who wants professional results without lugging around heavy gear. And it's for the creator who wants to blend stills and video in one portable package. While the price might keep it out of reach for casual shooters, for professionals and serious enthusiasts, it could very well be the perfect second camera, or even the main camera if you love the 35mm perspective. That wraps up our deep dive into the Sony RX1R3. If you're excited by the idea of carrying a full-frame powerhouse in your pocket, this might just be the camera for you. Thanks for watching Tech Vibe, W. Here we bring you authentic reviews to help you make smarter choices in tech. Stay tuned for more insights, and remember, sometimes the smallest devices create the biggest impact.